practice speaking before it is too late? I think one of the most important skills in the world, especially in the modern day, is the power to speak, or the ability to speak very well. So today, I'm going to talk about a few reasons why it's so important and why you should practice speech. I do not make these videos. The point of me making these videos is not for every single individual video to go viral. The goal is that over the accumulation of these videos, I will improve my skill at speaking. Like, I don't edit these videos. If I wanted super viral videos, like, I would edit these more. I would have more of a plan than just like some sparse bullet points. I would think about these videos a lot more. I would try and make less of them so that each one could have a higher quality. But instead, my main goal is to just practice the art of speaking. So each video might not be the best. It might not be about something that I particularly have the super big need to share to the world. But by practicing speaking in every video, every day that I show up, ideally, I am then better at speaking. I am then more prepared to adequately share an idea that truly means something to me when that time comes for that idea to be shared. Just getting better at speaking overall allows you to speak better when the time that you will need to speak comes. And that's the point of these videos. Like, I'm content with 12 subscribers right now and 4 views per video, because the goal is not the views or the subscribers or the success. The success will come so long as I actually become a good speaker worthy of the success. And I'm not trying to like hide it by fancy editing or like good thumbnails or super planned out speech. Because like, just conversationally, like, if you're just talking to someone, you don't plan out these conversations. That's an unnatural way to go about it. Like, the way you make your place in the world is not a super planned out, regimented thing. Like, you might have rough outlines, rough plans, but like, you don't have everything exactly down to the dot. And that's what you practice when it's this sparse notes of speech. Second, when you speak frequently, when people are used to hearing your speak, the more you speak, the more people hear you speak, and the more they're ready to hear you speak. Just think for a moment, like, if you're in a group of friends and they're kind of a loud group and you don't really, like, you're kind of different. You're kind of like on your own compared to them. Like, you might not speak as much. You might be a little more sheltered. Like, I do this, but like, just kind of off to the side, let them take the show of the conversation. And sometimes this goes on for so long that you hardly say a word. Like, you're not speaking much. And then whenever there's something you do need to say, or like, it might just not fit in with the group at all because you're so used to listening, not used to speaking. You don't know how to speak in that group, and they might not even hear you. Like, if you've read Pride and Prejudice, I'm reading it right now for English class. There's this character, I think it's Emily. She's part of the main family, and she's slow to speak. Like, she's a thoughtful individual, but she's so slow to speech that she never shares any of her thoughts. So her family just kind of berates her for it. They'll ask her a question, and then just wait a second, and they'll be like, "Oh, she doesn't have an answer yet. Let's just move on," like that sort of thing. When you set yourself up to never speak immediately, then on the rare occasions you have something to say, it's not going to be respected. And there is an outlier to this. There's the George Washington strategy, where you prove yourself in every other area. George Washington was a big guy, like just physical size, physical demeanor. He was large enough that people had respect for him from that. He also led the nation out of the revolution, through the revolution. Sorry, like he made us fight the strongest power in the world at that time, and like, we won. So there's that power there. Like, if you have something to show that people respect you, then you can be silent. But if you are not like the most outgoing individual, then you need to at least have a practice of speaking and being heard. There's then another reason. Frequent interactions allows one like to be speaking. Like if you're talking to a guy and once out of however many times he just wrongs you, or like there's something he did that you need to talk to him about. Okay, if you've never talked to this guy before, then your first interaction being with him, like, hey, you did this wrong and you wronged this person and you need to fix this and apologize. Like that's a scary interaction to have. But if this is a buddy old pal and you're talking to him every day for like however long, then you've built up that comfort. That one conversation, though, is still a scary conversation, is not your first interaction with him. It's not like you're able to have that conversation because you've had conversations with him before. Like proportionally, it's such a small amount of each conversation. And because you're able to speak up to this guy or like just share what you think, and like ideally you're a talkative individual, you're talking to a bunch of different guys, like everyone, so that you can have conversations that need to be had if they wrong someone, then you can then speak up for the people who cannot speak up for themselves. And you can be a hero, and but you can be a very kind individual if you're able to raise your voice and speak out for things that need to be spoke out for. That leads me pretty well into my last reason. It's a political reason. Like freedom of speech is something that we have here in America, and that's an important right to protect. And if we never use it, it's not going to be the most protected right out there. In the nations where their right to speech is repressed, where they cannot fight back against a government, then they have no clue how to fight back against a government when they super need to, or like when travesty after travesty is coming. Like that's not going to be the most successful rebellion. Like it'll take a very long time for that rebellious spirit to get to a point where they actually take down the government and make their lives better for themselves. And of course, it's not their fault. Their rights have been suppressed. But just understanding that like those suppressed nations and their people are in a bad spot to make change. Then there's this old adage, and I don't remember exactly how it goes or who wrote it, but it goes like, first they came for the Jews, but I was not a Jew, so I let them come. Then they came for the blacks, but I was not black, so I did not speak out. Then they came for the gays, but I was not gay, so I did not speak out. And then they came for me, and there is no one left to speak out on my behalf. I'm sure I'm doing a travesty the way I said it, but I like it's a good thing to have going on in your head if you're watching around and you're noticing that you are restraining yourself to silence when there's something to be said. God gave us these mouths, and we should use them for a good cause when there's a good cause to be used with them. And we can more effectively use our mouths for these good causes if we practice using our mouths overall. Thanks for watching. If you don't know me yet, I'm Oliver Johnson. I'm a future pastor on a mission to just, not really a mission, I'm just making these videos to like practice speaking, fitting, and like preparing myself for the priesthood, not the priesthood, the being a pastor. So if you liked it, please subscribe or watch another. Go forth and speak.